A next most important aspect of being a good personality or a great personality is enthusiasm. There's a lot of difference between a successful person and an unsuccessful person. You know what? It is enthusiasm. A successful person is always enthusiastic. A successful person always wants to learn. A successful person always wants to explore. A successful person always wants to break through, and an unsuccessful person always stays back. He's not enthusiastic. You need to be an enthusiastic person to become successful. As said earlier, even a person who's acquiring knowledge might commit mistakes, but generally there's a general perception that an enthusiastic person, sometimes we term them as over enthusiastic, and we say they are prone to commit mistakes. Yes, in enthusiasm we all commit mistakes, but that's how we learn. We learn from our mistakes. Enthusiastic people learn from mistakes. It's very common to make mistakes, and it's absolutely okay to make mistakes. Generally, that's how we mock at enthusiastic people. We laugh at them when there's a mistake that happens because of a person's enthusiasm. But that's absolutely fine. That's how we learn. Enthusiastic people don't just sit back when they commit mistakes, but they learn from their mistakes. It takes man to the peak of success. Because as I said, enthusiasm will automatically make a person looking for or want for more things. Want for knowledge, want to try. So a person with enthusiasm will automatically reach the peak of success. Believe in them. People with enthusiasm have belief. They trust them. They know they would be able to do it. They know they are the solution for themselves. Of course, they do trust others also, but they have so much of self-confidence. Again, here, enthusiasm also leads to self-confidence. Because unless and until you are self-confident, you cannot be enthusiastic. Enthusiastic people will always have their goal in their front. They want to work towards their goal. They always have their goal preset in front of them and they move towards that. They're not people, they're not casual goers. They're not lethargic people. They always work towards something. Pessimism is a no for them. They are never pessimists. Enthusiastic people never find difficulty in meeting people, talking with people, making friends with people, or moving around with people. They have great interpersonal skills. So pessimism is nothing for them. There's nothing negative for them in their world. They approach and they accept things and they make sure they can do their best in whatever they are taking up. Failures. Yes, failures not just for enthusiastic people. Failure is a very common thing. It's common for everybody. And here, enthusiastic people are again mocked for being failures, but it's absolutely fine to be a failure. It's a very common scenario, but they make sure that failure doesn't come back to them in the same way as they had met it once. Self-confidence. Okay, enthusiasm is generally called the mother of self-confidence. So basically, you need self-confidence to be a person with great personality. Imagine you have enthusiasm who's the mother of self-confidence. So automatically, when you have enthusiasm, you become a self-confident person. Automatically, you become a person with great personality. impossible becomes possible. An enthusiastic person doesn't believe in this word impossible. For an enthusiastic person, each and everything is possible. They try their level best to make the impossible the possible. Let me give you an example. Like, for example, cats, they say cats can see in the dark. Same way, enthusiastic people, even in the toughest times, even in the turbulent times, would be able to see their future because they have clearly set their goal. I think I've already told you. They already have their goal preset. So even in their toughest time, they would be able to predict what their future would be. For example, Mother Teresa, once she wanted to build a great orphanage, but she just had few thousands left with her. And people said, it's going to be highly impossible for you to dream so big with hardly nothing in your hand. And Mother Teresa said, yes, Teresa cannot do anything with these few thousands left in her, but Teresa believes in herself, believes in God. She's got a self-confidence and she's enthusiastic enough to work towards her goal. And yes, of course, she was able to reach her goal. Imagine if a person can build a great orphanage with just few thousands in her hand. Apart from the belief that she had on God, she had a lot of self-confidence on her, and she was so enthusiastic, and she worked. Nothing stopped her. No comments. No, nothing deterred her from reaching her. She never deterred. She never wanted. She never moved away from that path of reaching her goal. A lot of negative comments, a lot of concern, a lot of mockery, but she moved towards her goal because she was a self-motivated person. She was an enthusiast, and she was a person with self-confidence. Enthusiasm pushes you ahead. Sometimes, in a crowd or in a group, it is only enthusiasm which is going to bring you out. It makes you move forward. It pushes you forward. Your enthusiasm, for example, imagine you're working as a team and you are so enthusiastic. Automatically, it pushes you forward. It brings you its own credits. So enthusiasm pushes you forward. So what can you do? Since I said, enthusiasm is pushing you forward, for example, imagine at your workplace. If you are enthusiastic, you would be able to grab attention. You would be able to get respect. So you can always, you can get good quality. You can practice good qualities. With enthusiasm, you will be able to grasp good qualities. Because you always, when you're enthusiastic, you always want to learn more. You want to gain knowledge. So you get a lot of, opportunity to mingle with people, and automatically, enthusiastic people are known to grasp good qualities from others. So that's again, it's a very good quality. Strength. Enthusiasm gives you great strength. It makes you feel stronger, and it helps you to fight against all odds to reach your goal. So it makes you a stronger person. Enthusiasm will make life more interesting for you. It will remove the monotonous or the regular boring style of life. It makes things interesting because enthusiastic people are always on the look for doing something new. They always are on the look of, they love what they're doing. So obviously there is no monotonous, there is no boring, no repetitive action that's happening. So every day is a new day for them. They love to explore. No enthusiasm will result in delayed goal. We all have our goals. We all have our own dreams. But when you don't have enough enthusiasm, you will automatically become a person who finds it very hard or who struggles to reach the goal. You might reach the goal, but it might be a delayed procedure. The travel would be delayed. So no enthusiasm, delayed goal. Enthusiastic people are impressive people and attractive people. They are always stand aloud. They are so unique. They are being loved by people. They attract the gathering. So you need to be enthusiastic in order to be a person who is able to impress or who is able to, attract the crowd. Also understand that I'm putting this in caps because it is our responsibility to spread it. It's contagious. Enthusiasm is contagious. When you are enthusiastic, automatically your team becomes enthusiastic. Your friend becomes enthusiastic. Your immediate environment becomes enthusiastic. And automatically the productivity increases. So it's contagious. Make sure you become enthusiastic and you spread the same among your peers also. Stress or stress-related health issues, it's a definite no. When you are enthusiastic, you don't undergo stress, depression, despair, anxiety, pain. At the same time, you don't undergo any stress-related health problems. So it's very important to practice enthusiasm, at least for your health's sake. Benefits. Enthusiasm will benefit you in your work, in your workplace, or whatever you manage to do. Enthusiasm will help you benefit in that. Right? So let me quickly take you through the aspect of enthusiasm. It makes you a successful person because unsuccessful people are always not very enthusiastic. Helps you learn from mistakes. Enthusiastic people will always learn from their mistakes. They never deter. Peak of success. It pushes a person to the peak of success. It helps one to believe in themselves, Enthusiasm is the mother of self-confidence. Goal. It helps you reach your goal. Enthusiasm helps you reach your goal. Pessimism is not in their dictionary. It's never in their dictionary. They're always happy, positive people. Failures, again, a very common scenario, but that's how they learn. It's absolutely fine. Impossible, there's nothing called impossible for them. They always try to make things possible. It pushes ahead. Enthusiasm pushes a person ahead. Enthusiastic people always believe in hard work, and they are, they always would like to, keep going. Nothing will stop them. So it always pushes them ahead. It strengthens people. It makes, life interesting. It makes things around you always interesting. And people with no enthusiasm the travel towards reaching their goal will be a delayed procedure. It makes you an impressive and an attractive person, enthusiasm. And enthusiasm is highly contagious. Okay, it easily spreads to people. Make sure you spread enthusiasm around because it's contagious. It removes all stress-related anxiety, stress-related health issues and stress or any, personally, mentally, any stress or anxiety issues, despair, depression, all these things are being removed if you are an enthusiast. And last but not the least, it helps you a lot in your workplace. When you are enthusiastic, automatically, as I said, since enthusiasm is contagious, it spreads around. And automatically your team becomes enthusiasm and it shows in their productivity. The productivity increases. So it is very important to be an enthusiastic person in order to be a person with great personality.
Pebbles Live.